I can't go back to the Perkins in Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Why?
Everyone wave at the camera.
Hi.
Hi. Here we are. It's another 15-minute morning show podcast. Let's line them up. There's Froggy, and there's Danielle, and there's Scotty B in Master Control. By the way, those are not books behind him. Those are boxes of cereal. Yes. There's Gandhi. There's Scary.
Hello.
There's Straight Nate, and there's Garrett, and then there's Brody in the den. By the way, people ask me why I choose to start the list with someone and end with Brody. Brody is always the very last panel on my Zoom screen, so I'm just going in order in which the Zoom puts you in here. So if you have a problem, write to Zoom. All right. All right, what are we doing first? We have a consumer complaint from Scotty B. What happened, Scotty?
Yes. Do you remember Froggy was on the golf course and found a bunch of money blowing around the other day, and he scored a $100 bill from that? I was out riding my bicycle with my daughter yesterday, and look what I found. A $50 bill.
50.
A 50.
But then I turned it over, and there's coupons for some junk removal place. That's got to be illegal.
You love coupons.
Yeah, but look at that. Yeah. Remember that time when we photocopied a $5 bill and the Secret Service came? Look at this thing.
Yeah, no, this is crazy. So here's mine, and then here's the back.
Yeah.
It's real.
Oh.
It's real.
They're floating all over the neighborhood.
Oh, look at you, like showing off your monies, Mr. Money.
No, I haven't spent it yet. No.
What?
Scotty, is the coupon worth more than 50 off? Because then you're ahead of the game.
Well, there is one that says save $50, but you got to spend money to save money.
Well, my favorite is, don't you remember walking through Times Square in New York City? You'd pick up a $5 bill, and on the back it'd be like some woman with her legs in the air. Yeah. Like trying to get you to come to the theater and see her perform.
Well, can I tell you, I was in Russia, and I found what I thought was a ruble on the ground, and I'm like, oh, great, I'll put this, I'll give it as a tip at the next restaurant I go to. I leave it as a tip, and this guy, I thought he was going to beat the shit out of me, chases me down the street and starts screaming at me in Russian that I'm giving away fake money. Oh, my God.
Good job, Nate.
Oh, wow.
Have any of you ever been, other than that, have you ever been caught with counterfeit money? Not caught, but...
I'm sure we've all had it,
You didn't know it was counterfeit because, I was in a casino once, and there was a $100 bill I was trying to put into a machine, and it wouldn't take it. So I went up to the cage and said, hey, can you exchange this for another one? It's not taking it. She said, well, the reason it's not taking it is it's not real.
Oh, man.
And
wow.
She tried to confiscate it from me. I said, no. She said, let me show you why it's not real. This and this and this. She ran a marker on it. And I said, then give it back. That's my $100 bill. You give that back to me.
They're not supposed to. I cashed a lotto ticket one time, and while I was in the store, the guy handed me a counterfeit $20 bill. And before I walked out of the store, I'm like, dude, this isn't real. And he gave me another one. Because once you leave the store, that's it. But he handed me a fake, and he swapped it out for me. And he gave it to the next guy, I'm sure.
Damn.
How'd you spot that it was fake, though?
I'm very good with money. It just felt different.
Except that coupon you picked up.
Well, yeah, that's true.
There is that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just
I have a confession to
screwed
make.
that theory.
What's
your confession?
I sometimes use Canadian pennies as regular pennies. I'm sorry. I do it. I'm just letting you know.
Where do you get Canadian pennies?
And where do we use
Who
pennies?
spends pennies?
I can't even remember the last time I handled a penny.
You know where you get them? You find them in the coin return and the coin star. The ones that are rejected, I dip my fingers in there, and you find foreign money in there all the time.
So, Scotty, you cheap bastard, you go around town to all the coin star machines and try to find pennies?
No, if I'm walking by one and I see money in
Rejected
it,
pennies?
I don't stick my hand in
finger in a coin star.
Okay, Scotty, back in the day when there were payphones, did you walk by every payphone looking for quarters?
I was not that guy.
I was.
Vending machines?
I was. The payphones? Yeah, absolutely. I used to, every diner I used to go to, I used to stick my finger in the slot.
That
to see if
dirty
there was any
coin
quarters
slot?
left
Oh,
over.
it's so dirty.
Yuck,
Growing up in Erie, Canadian money, Canada's right there, right? So, Canadian money is generally exchangeable and people take it, whatever. I was in somewhere, I can't remember where I was. I think it was in California, and I had a Canadian quarter for whatever reason. And I go to pay for something, and the guy looks at me and he goes, "This isn't Canada." Like, yeah, I know. But apparently they don't take it there. Whatever. Sorry for that non sequitur.
Have we exhausted this conversation?
Yes, we have.
Seriously.
Let's move on.
Hot seat?
We had something else on the list. What's that?
Why
Hot
hot
seat.
seat?
Oh, is it time to play Hot Seat?
Hot seat.
Yay,
Hot
yay.
Seat.
Hot
We need a theme
seat.
song.
I
Hot
have
Seat.
a good one here.
I don't
Hang on.
like this game.
Why not?
I don't know. We always get a tough question.
You always
seat is
confess
very
too
hot.
much.
Yeah, his seat is very hot.
Okay. Hang on. I had a good one here. Hang on. What is that?
Ready to go.
Well, you said you had a great one.
I
Where'd
did.
that one go?
I shuffled the cards while you were talking. Hang on.
Oh.
Hang on.
Wasn't very
Hang on.
smart.
Hang on.
Well, this is a boring moment.
Scotty B.
Oh, he's going right for Scotty.
Right for the kill. Right for the kill.
What is something about me that would surprise my grandmother?
Well, she's dead, so nothing.
What a dick.
Oh, even
Get
I know.
outta
Hold
here.
on. There's things that I know that your grandmother would be mortified by if she was still alive.
I mean, she would be definitely mortified that I lost my virginity to a teddy bear. There's no doubt about it.
Right.
And then she would also be mortified that I actually saw her naked. So there's
Oh,
that
yeah.
also.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I'm sure you have a whole list of things that would mortify
I
your
do.
deceased
Come back to
grandmother.
me.
Okay. Okay, Gandhi. If
Yes.
you could smoke a joint with anyone dead, who would you choose and why?
Keep in mind, they're
Smoke a
still
joint. I guess I would have to go with Gandhi because relatives and famous, and I have a lot of questions for him, so it would be that. Or,
Was
of
he a
course, like
stoner?
I told you guys last time. What'd you say?
Was he a stoner?
Not that I'm aware of. I'm going to go ahead and say no. No weed.
All right.
Second choice will be my boyfriend that passed away. Those two.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
He smoked a lot
That's
of
so
joints.
sweet
Yeah.
that you want to get high with your deceased boyfriend.
Yeah.
I know, but he understands that. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Totally.
Okay.
Wow.
This question is for everybody, and I'll start. What have you been blacklisted from? Mine is the Jane Hotel here in New York City.
Oh, really?
Why?
I was not kicked out. I was asked to leave.
Okay.
And, yeah, that's mine.
I'm sure you could sneak back in with that man bun. They wouldn't recognize you.
I think so, too. Yeah. In fact, our friend Aaron last night didn't even recognize me because of this thing.
Yeah.
How about that?
You know what? I don't think I've ever been blacklisted from any establishment at all.
Yeah.
I can't go back to the Perkins in Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Why?
We were there one night and we were squirting sauces all over the windows on the inside, and they didn't like that apparently.
How
Now,
old
when
were
you
you?
say
when
you're
this is?
squirting sauces,
Sounds like Nate and Elvis's apartment.
right? Nate's doing that on my curtains at home.
Yeah.
At home.
Right.
I was 18. I was 18.
Okay.
18.
Yeah.
Oh my
Squirting
God.
sauces at a Perkins in
Cedar Rapids.
Cedar Rapids.
Mm-hmm.
What a life.
I got blocked on Wikipedia yesterday.
You update Wikipedia pages?
Oh, he tries to be the first. Are you kidding?
Oh, dear
I love
God.
that.
No,
No,
not
you
at
don't.
first.
Do you really?
What happened to Brody?
All right, can we focus, Froggy? So apparently, my computer is registered somehow as being on a proxy server. That's the kind where you hide your identity, and so it flagged me for being an identity hider, which I'm not. It's my home Wi-Fi, and they banned me until August for making any edits on Wikipedia.
Oh, no.
That's it. I thought it was
Oh,
something
okay.
great. Something like you said something really stupid.
No,
What
I'm
were you
I'm
trying to
better than
edit?
that. A Walking Dead page. I happened to read it and I saw that there was an update, so I was like, "Oh, I'll just update that to make it correct." And it said you've been blocked.
You were trying to help.
I've been banned from a swim club, so Richmond County Country Club in Staten Island. I can't afford to be there. It just sounds prestigious, right? So my friends and I found a hole in the gate, and we would sneak in and we would use the pool. So eventually, they caught on to the fact that these poor kids shouldn't be here. So
This is such a Caddyshack story.
yeah. So, but here's how I got my revenge. High school, when I was in high school, those rich people needed lifeguards, and who did they have to turn to? This guy. So I got my way back into Richmond County Country Club, not as a member, but as a lifeguard. And then they ended up paying me to sit around because
See?
rich people don't like to swim that much. They just like to sit around
Rich
the pool.
people drown. They'll drown
Yeah.
without the poor people.
Yeah.
The poor people are catching the rich people in the pool.
Technically, I'm not supposed to go into J.C. Penney's. I told you guys I got caught shoplifting when I was younger. So I'm really not supposed to be in there. They gave me a lifetime ban, but I go in.
Yeah.
They
I
would
go in
welcome
every
you
now
back
and then.
now, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And I think the McDonald's in the Bronx, where I had that fist fight with the other girl that worked there, they probably at this point don't remember. So
Didn't
I
remember
think I'm
that.
okay. I think
Scary,
I'm
what about
okay.
you? Have you been blacklisted from a place?
I really haven't been.
Yeah,
I've always
Froggy?
on my best behavior. I
Yeah, me
really,
too.
yeah.
Well,
No,
Frog?
no. I mean, there's a high school that I can't go to in back in Tampa, St. Pete area.
Why?
You should probably tell the story.
Yeah, no, you need to.
We played them in homecoming, and so the night before we went over and sprayed weed killer on their field to try and kill the grass on there. It was just we were
Yeah,
just being
I'm sure.
immature. But they
They're okay with you coming. You should drive over and see if you can get in.
yeah, they trespassed us and called the cops and everything else. But whatever. They told me not to ever go back. I have no reason to go back to East Lake High School. It's okay.
Right.
Well, I feel like I've lost out in life because I haven't been banished from some establishment.
There's plenty of time. Plenty of
never
time.
too late.
Maybe I've been banished by many, but I was banished because I was so drunk I don't remember it. There could be that.
That's possible too.
There could be that. Great question, Nick.
Okay, here's the next one. Let's go with Danielle. Who is the oldest person that you find undeniably sexy?
Oh gosh.
I got mine.
Maybe Maury Povich.
Wow. I did not expect that
You don't
answer.
think he's sexy? He's so sexy.
You are the mother.
God, Danielle.
Isn't he like 80?
I don't know, but I think he's sexy.
Hey, she finds him sexy.
He aged very well, Maury Povich.
Wow. Okay, then.
I thought Alex
Current
Trebek
affair.
was pretty sexy.
Yeah, he looked
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Loved him.
I
Liam
think Meryl
Neeson.
Streep is hot.
Ooh.
I would think you'd go Betty White.
She's too motherly. I don't find her sexy.
Okay.
Yeah. Elvis?
I can't think of anyone who's older than me I find sexy.
Uncle Johnny.
Aw, of course we find Uncle Johnny sexy.
Aw.
All right. Okay. Hang on. Let me find another one. Okay. No. Hang on. What small thing turns you on instantly?
Scotty B's penis.
How about that?
Yes.
No, what was the question again?
What small thing turns you on instantly?
Turns me on instantly. Scotty B's penis.
I'm not offended by the question anymore. At first, I was like, "Hey, what?" And then I realized what the question was, and I'm like, "Sorry, Scotty."
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, Froggy.
Yes.
Which two people would you be most excited to see star in a porn together?
Like any people or people in this room?
Let's go the room.
Let's go room.
Oh, God.
Oh God.
Oh,
Why would
Really
you go there?
changes everything.
Don't. And you can't say Gandhi and Danielle.
All right, so now that I got to go to my second answer.
Say Danielle.
Brody.
You could do Gandhi and Garrett. I mean, you could do.
Nate.
Nate and Elvis.
That would actually be a good one.
I will tell you right
If
now.
you don't say so yourself.
I'm sure it's easy to get your hands on a video of Nate with Nate.
Filmed in
send it to
Elvis's
you.
apartment.
He'll send it to you.
Wiping himself on my drapes. Anyway, where were we?
Really
you
carrying
had to
that
see. You had to see yesterday's 15-minute morning show podcast. Oh, by the way, someone earlier sent a text saying they haven't been seeing these as lately. Have they
It's all
been
depending on
posting?
when they get posted. Sometimes they get posted at 11 o'clock East Coast time. Others at 1 o'clock, depending on where our video team is at during
They're
the
up
day.
every day. They're up.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
Okay, back to you. Are we done?
How much time we got left?
Minute
These
and a
questions have been fun so far.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Here's one. If anybody can answer it, go for it. What have you done that might have put you on a terrorist watch list?
Oh, jeez.
My entire computer search history. Whenever there's a story, I'm like, oh, how do you build that? Oops. And then I always think maybe I could fall back on it's show prep, but then it was like 4 p.m. I don't know. But probably that.
The
The worst thing that ever happened to me is they found a corkscrew in my carry-on.
I would
count?
say, like, when we travel, I have all these wires, and I don't have like nice road cases to put them in, so I have a backpack, and all that's coming out of my backpack are wires that look like this, and they don't attach to anything.
Yeah.
Hey, Scary,
like
didn't we put something in your bag once?
Yeah, several years ago, I was leaving here after the show to go on a trip, and you guys went into the engineering shop with Furious George and everybody, and you took this giant car battery, put all these crazy wires coming out of it, and stuffed it in my bag. I don't know
Guilty.
what was
Yep.
worse.
That's it right there. There it is. Look at that.
I don't know.
Doesn't that look a little suspicious?
Now, I don't know what was worse, the fact that you
love
did
it. I
that
love
to
that we
me, or
saved
the
that,
fact
by
that
the
I
way.
made it to my destination without them finding it.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
We might
they did
need
the
it
same
again.
thing to me, and I was like, guys, I don't need any help getting flagged. I look like me. It's going to happen anyway. Thanks a lot for putting the bomb in my bag.
Yeah, don't add to the fun.
Yeah.
There was that
That
one
was
time,
awful.
remember that one time I forget what trip it was that we all went on, and we put a potato in Darren's bag, and they pulled him into the room, and they talked to him for hours about agriculture. Remember that?
Oh, that's right.
Poor Darren, man.
It's horrible.
I used to just get delayed with Sheldon because when they changed all the things about, your passport and your green card and everything, he had a hard time getting in and out of the country. And every time we'd get pulled into that room and we'd have to sit there.
I remember on the cruise
hours.
ship. We almost didn't leave on the
get-
cruise ship, yeah.
He almost didn't get on the cruise ship because there was some sticker that they now needed, and he didn't
Right.
have the sticker. It was just a mess.
I hate to toot my own horn, but there was one time Amy and I
No,
were
you
coming back.
don't.
I think it was our honeymoon, and they said, you guys need to step over here. And they pulled us into a room. They said, well, because you're too good looking, there's something up with you guys. And
Wow.
Really?
They
Did
said
not
that?
I
happen.
swear.
That sounds like a Nate story.
Yeah, I swear they said that.
I don't ever have to worry about that.
Too good looking.
Yeah.
You look very suspect because, well, you're very attractive.
Yeah.
Sounds like the beginning of a porn. Step into this room. Yeah.
Bounce,
Bad Netflix movie.
Oh, my-
JetBlue, BLEW.
Yes.
Is that it?
That's it?
Yeah, we're done.
Screeching halt.
That's awkwardly ended.
That's how it ends.
No questions for Brody.
Bye.